here. They've left behind Lovers Rock for the time being. It's sociablE that they need to watch out for. He's in main, and yeah, Lovers Rock actually, in a TP back to spawn, ends up flanking the flank itself. Sop trades it out, but numbers advantage BBL from this position.
How does FUT even try and get back into the site? I mean, not a whole bunch of utility. I mean, they're really bolt on Sop, sure, but he's in main.
This little bit of extra control into the blue room for BBL is exactly what they're hanging off, and with Larok finding that kill, it's all but wrapped up here in the pistol.
The fact that we have Sop and Zeus up against Lovers Rock and Larok. I think this is going to be the head-to-head that decides this full matchup.
I mean, just looking at that TP again.
All this A space, but it's Sop you need to try and get by an angle, which he usually would win out on.
Mental lift as well. Inspiring this execute towards the C site, and there's the showstopper just to flush away any further presence.
Well, Lovers Rock's been caught on the other side, so numbers are even, and it's whether Larok can find any value from the rocket. Absolutely not. In post, there's going to be issues.
And now you wonder what this retake looks like from FUT. Deep rocket in waterfall, and 3 players considering the reclear. No. They're going to split up 3 and 1. Majority of this coming back through CT.
Remember, sociablE not with paranoia. And there's not really any utility on KROSTALY either, so this becomes more difficult. sociablE though, and Zeus combine. This is looking good for FUT's retake. Rose trying to hold on the smokes, but can't do it. So it's up to Crewen. A great entry to the round, but cannot finish.
Plagued them for the longest of times. If they can't convert from these post plants, there's going to be a serious problem today. The story of the Vitality game was them being able to expose and punish.
With that being said, let's actually check out how BBL deal with this push.
Umut kal burada, dön direkt C'ye. Yürüyüşe dikkat, yürüyüşe dikkat. Tamam Umut, kal burada, dön direkt C'ye. Tipini bırak.
Tamam, ben şu an bırakmayacağım.
Tamam, gel. Gel. Çektiğim buraya.
Lobi'yi aldım.
Rosum.
Beyler,
Gel
beni dinleyin.
Dur, peek.
Pikten söyleyeceğim, sorun yok. Oynayın siz. Acelesi yok.
Geri pikliyorum, peek. Ledim.
Endpoint'i çektiğim birlik.
Sağa bak. Bakıyorum. Sola pikle.
Gelin C'ye, gel C'ye direkt. Orb alacağım,
C'de flash attı, pik attı Eranos. Site'dan pik attı timing.
Okey.
Papağan, info vermedim Dodo.
Tamam, okey. C'ye görüş yapmayın direkt.
A'da 3 var zaten.
Gelin C'ye, gir ulti basacağım. Köpek yapsana. Mollo bir girişi, sağa ulti atacağım.
Tamam, at. Grenade attım.
Hayır boş. GT space alsanıza.
Tamam.
Yapar.
Dikkat edin.
Space alabilirsin.
GT space al.
Gel. Alıyorum. Senleyim Utku, bekle.
Gelmişler adam. Bakıcı.
Geldi. 2 smoke kişiler beyler. Çıkacak adamlar. Dikkat edin plante. Çıkıyor 3 CT. Çıkmadı.
Kuruyorum bombayı. Ben teksin.
2 çıktı 3.
Individual from BBL, getting good value from these set openings on A, but as the round progresses, things falling apart.
I think the big thing, Com's feeling a bit chaotic there, but when the Vise wall went
Now, look to go back to this A duel.
yeah, I mean, we're going to get the dimensional drift as it starts to clear out the B side of the map. But Sop's operator, we said early on the line, but at least Lovers Rock able to keep things somewhat even until Sop gets activated. It's a bit chaotic here, 1-for-1 consistently, and finally Sop shut down. Spike makes its way towards A, but it's sociablE, sorry, KROSTALY holding things down. sociablE was towards B. Still continuing on, and FUT still keeping their foot in front. Rose now having to clutch up, worried about that B player, but doesn't realise sociablE's made it to silent drop. The timing doesn't work out.
Right, yetujey has the support of Zeus over his shoulder. The whole of BBL shepherded spawnwards. With that fight going their way, it's Crewen, in fact, who gets a big double catch, 2 kills in B main. The rest of BBL still interested in this A push. Showstopper drawn out from Larok for the second time. The rocket will miss KROSTALY narrowly. With sociablE arriving, there's a nade at his feet and no way out. KROSTALY's flashing back in to look for a fight, which he can't win. So it's all on the shoulders of Sop to win this 1v3.
If there's anybody you want to clutch up, it's him. Operator and handle is going to be difficult, and he's already been seen.
He's had the highest success rate of any FUT player in these situations. Knowing that he can't get away with another aggressive play, it's actually sociablE check.
Same time, Zeus has his showstopper. He's been found, and he's just peeked into so many bodies.
Yeah, It's the only player in the meantime that BBL have actually spotted towards A after that initial exchange. KROSTALY does catch Crewen away from the rest of the play. So while the A site is open, BBL don't know this just yet. They're looking for safety to plant, and they will get it.
Lovers Rock looking to hold down the long line all the way back from Mound. Sop nearly catches one off guard.
And just shows a more disciplined face for a second, holds back from that initial contact, but as Larok cuts him off from the rest, he's still going here, Larok, looking for an ace in the derby. Yetujey's position now revealed, playing from the pit. Larok is the first of many hungry BBL players to get him down. A fantastic response, not initially from the timeout, but the rounds following. BBL have got in tune with FUT's game, and Larok knows where this final player stands. He wants the ace, he's going to get the bait for it.
BBL's adaptation's very nice overall. The fact that they can show their slower style of play, that they don't need to always be as explosive as we expect them to be.
Some love.
He's on a judge. Fortunately forced back, and Ultimate's in play as well. Good nade combo. I'm just going to send it straight in. Advantage looking good for BBL. And time, delay, working through with a showstopper. And Larok's taking so much space.
As much real estate as he possibly can, but again, BBL looking to give up this ground and fight towards CT instead. Trap put up there, but all of FUT are coming through Waterfall.
Yeah, ready to play off of the Seekers. Showstopper of their own, clears back sight, but BBL being forced back, looking to hold from water, and Lovers Rock up. Doesn't hit. Usually it does. And now FUT start to get towards the spike, and when they do, they hit the meat grinder.
About the comms, the chaos, and the issues that can present for this young team. But as soon as Zeus's ult comes in, it's a drop back to a deeper line. He doesn't find any value from the ult. Just holding up on their own.
Moving out a bit, little too eager as he's identified through the dimensional drift and chased down. Sop's operator, good for it, and even misses out on the seas. Lovers Rock forced back, and FUT have hit him with everything but Loita.
Yeah, 3 bodies
Head.
back sight. They're ready for this.
Exactly. But Loita not given his chance. FUT once again, FUT playing together. There's a disconnect here, but a pause in proceedings. FUT fight forward, they do well. Still even, but Rose fighting. BBL to an advantage. BBL to a round win. It's just Yetujey now. The experienced one on FUT, the one who's been the furthest, been in the most international events, and he can't do it.
Hobbit'e yakın gidin. Kapıyı onlar mı kırdı? Hobbit'i kırdılar.
Kamerası var mı sayfanın?
Açık
Açık, kırık değil.
B push'una bakıyorum. Ben de buradan böyle aldım.
Bekliyorum ben sola doğru. Tamam CT'ye
Hobbit'e
bakıyorum.
yaklaşın, B split yapalım. Atacağım dog'u. Tower'a smoke vereceğim. J-Link'e atmayacağım ha. Hazırım ben.
Hazırım. Kıracağım ben
Tower'a
kapıyı.
smoke verdim, kırın. Aç
Attım
kurtu. B push'lar sağ.
Gel.
Paranoya atacağım yakına. Yok. Attım.
W.
J-Link gelir.
Pencere 2
2 tower.
Last player standing.
Boş vurun vurursan.
Towards that intended B finish that we thought we might see.
There's nobody here to receive it at all.
And so it now begs the question, Cairo, what does this post plant look like? Because FUT have plenty of time to set up.
Well, they've got most of the a little bit of the utility towards that Hobbit door. And Zeus playing within sight. KROSTALY and Sop close by as well.
He's got a nade to try and interrupt this. Stop that push out from the waterfall as it stands. The rest set up in a crossfire.
I think right now, what BBL are waiting for is their utility to come online. They have plenty of it as well. And as it does, they get wiped away. It doesn't take much. There is a Crewen trying to force another issue through main, and that's a big 1v1 versus Crewen.
Oh, wins
win
it.
Yeah, that's going to be the B open up. Same post plant. It should be the same.
Rose!
Just out a door! And now he's on for an ace.
Out of nowhere. Rose from left field, and it's only Yetujey left.
Disastrous stuff. Just when you think FUT had everything open, Rose on for his ace. The second of BBL.
Larok says to Rose, oh, I'm the only one getting an ace today, mate. Sorry. But this is the sort of impact we want to see from the captain. Spoke at length about sociabl's fragging.
See, there could be issues for either side, to be honest. The steel garden being thrown right in straight away.
Very direct hit coming through, though. And FUT have most of the space they'd be looking for. Here's the rocket from Larocque. No kill! Sidestep from the satchel there. Great movement, Zeus, but into the hands of Crewen. sociablE restoring order, but Crewen still going from CT. Defending his
Loita.
post down to the last man. Numbers advantage, and with you said, Loita getting in behind here as well. There are problems on both fronts for FUT.
Walking aimlessly in towards Lovers Rock operator, but they need to be careful because sociablE TP's behind.
Soft sliding in on the front line, that's also posing the biggest threat right now. Lovers Rock trying to play up close. sociablE would be in the perfect position if he wasn't being flanked himself. Rose on the retake coming back in to support, but the players on site have already dropped and FUT have just brushed them aside this time. It's going to be a 7th round queued up for them here, Cairo, but it's a little too late.
Feels like it.
The spy cam out in sand by Crewen. He's trying to lock down B solo. Rocket in his face. Zeus has found the kill and himself, so BBL still in a position of authority here.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that Shop's got is a real issue, and they're so quick to try and flood back in. Against Vitality for BBL. So there's a little bit of tape to work with if you're FUT. So far, pretty easy getting out. You say that, and then the fights ensue, and it is going to end up in a 3-on-3.
Yeah, a couple trades out on site, but FUT not in a position to plant just yet. Maybe a chance with BBL already in screens to go early on this one.
I mean, there's a star there, but they've just walked out. No contest. Rose is telling the players what to do as they go round wide. Yetujey, an issue from the corner, and well, cleared out. It goes down to a 2-on-2. Zeus looking to try and peek. He still has nade. That's going to be important. And he goes one-on-one. Loita versus sociablE controller versus captain. And not enough time for Loita. He wants that star back so he can smoke.
No further development on that, but Loita down to 51. That is the lurk cut out. Yeah, and they've managed to use this to get numbers over through screens as well. Nade's not going to do too much. Zeus has a lot to get past.
Does manage to trade out with his rocket. Still the delay through the grav well. And if the players do step into heaven, they're known about because of this wall from the Vise.
It's down. Crewen is dead.
Missed that one, but BBL
gets a good rotation.
Yeah, calling for support, but the players of FUT haven't even adjusted. Haven't even. Lovers Rock, the only ones here. The utility sent forth, the Vines used, and Lovers Rock waiting for his opportunity to drop out. Does so, and gets the kills he's looking for, but the rest of BBL are here. It's still equal in the man count, still equal in the server, but the player, the Loita, so far away, so he has to clutch up in 2v1.
Yeah, and in terms of stars, doesn't
First star sent forwards, sociablE peeking out, Loita's seen. So both players play together, shoulder to shoulder. And there's a little bit of doubt as to where Loita's actually gone as they both go under stack.
Extra numbers over, so BBL probably with the best chance at a site defense that we've seen from them so far.
Larocque to make sure that they don't boss out in towards CT. But it will be out of heaven instead. A good flash that brings the operator off, and Crewen gone as well. FUT have completely overran the site. There's been no contest. Lovers Rock just trying to escape, but he won't be able to.
But not the other way around, so FUT is moved with the Soul Rifle.
Up against KROSTALY, who has been pretty decent so far when I think back to Lotus, but not here. That's going to be the acceleration onto the ace side, and Rose is not as sharp shooting as he has been in the past. 4-on-4.
Yeah, no players in heaven as it stands, but still opting for the open plant here from Yetujey. That's where the wraparound comes through in ramp.
If this gets spicy, I mean, there's ultimates to commit here, and that's exactly the case as Zeus tries to get back. Crewen's rifle is making issues, but not issues that Zop can't solve. Out of CT go BBL, and I'm worried about how this open plant might actually look as the players try and send it towards heaven. The Cosmic Divide going to be a problem, which BBL can hold on. A rifle in Loita's hands, waiting for the players to peek him. Oh, there goes Zop. Yetujey now next up, a one-on-one against Loita, who's known for this. Spike halved, off it, waits for Yetujey to peek him, but
Of course, he's playing for the bait around his own ult. Quite the investment made on the BBL side with that overdrive from Lover's Rock as well. That was the one a little less conditional. You're expecting to come in with him buying just the heavy shield.
But you can understand why, right? Because overall,
Start to run away with it.
it starts to get worrying. Flash through it. The Rays coming back in with the showstopper. Everyone running for the hills. Just probably most suspect, and he is gone. Crewen at the same time lost though, and that's going to be the big issue for FUT's defence.
Yeah, Yetujey's found so much space here on A, but they're running into Rose.
Ah, but he has not got a chance to fight back. Spike can head in with little to no contest unless Lorok gets this chance, this gap, doesn't take it. So BBL reset and look to play together.
Yeah, he's got the nade here at the very least. That one gets lobbed in with the grab well. Barely any chip on the surface as Yetujey now has this pit to play from.
Very unlucky. As we see BBL still trying to make their inroads, still trying to make their way back in. Sociable is coming back in on main. He's a late win condition should they need it.
BBL seeing what they can get away with. All three players trying to leave, and it's the operator. Now in terms of what you've got for the next round, it's not all too much. But
Sakin.
Adam rafter'da kanka, pikleyeceğim ona ben. Rampamı alsana.
Bekle.
Eyvallah.
Heaven solda. Heaven.
Kurtla pik atsana oraya. Kurt aç, sana paranoya atacağım.
Kapadım.
Tek sen vurdun.
Adam burada.
Standa. Sana uç reis. Nice 80 vurdum sana.
Ya beyler.
Face your fear.
Nereden attı lan ultiyi?
A rampa. Bayağı uzaktan attı.
Okey. Ben bakıyorum Vent'e. Biraz chillleyelim. B Heaven'a kontak yürüyeceğim devamında. Ya bütün herkesin infosunu aldılar. Astra B'yi açmış olabilir. Öyle bir olay var. Yetu lazımsın.
B'yle bakmıyorum şu an.
Eksiz gel. B main'den orb alıp Sky ulti basmamız lazım. Ya da gel ya. Gel trade'imi alırsın sen benim.
2 yürüyor. Bir tane daha. 2.
Aman ha koyayım. Ah
Ya bak la.
konuşmasam.
Spike down mid.
İki tane solunda. Diğeri muhtemelen A'da deep kaldı.
Spike given back to Yetujey and already seen Loita. Can't win it. Looking to Lorok, take his time in. Oh, he's behind the players. He can't quite get his second. FUT now able to head towards B where Loita is the lone anchor. I mean, he could deny the spike getting out of main, and that would be a huge problem for FUT. But the shots aren't hitting. Loita able to take one with him. Lover's Rock on an operator. You can't help but feel this is going to be a step though, because if he does, Yetujey's there to receive. Meanwhile, that B push is going on. Crewen is able to at least take down Sop. I mean, even throwing in the ultimate, KROSTALY does so well. Yetujey nowhere near that operator. And this one's already done Sweat. I think if it was going to be any team to do it, it would have been...
again, trying to exploit this A space and middle. Sociable's just got past the smoke.
Oh, and nearly past the operator as well. At the same time though, look at the other arm of this push. Now the strong arm starts to hit towards A.
Yeah, BBL actually managing to backfill the site a little bit here. Larok, quick double, one from the gun, the other from the paint shells, and as soon as Sociable takes that next step of his timing, that's when the rest of FUT want to follow things up. Kill from KROSTALY sends them on their way, and with Lover's Rock walking back into trouble, he is a dead man. Crewen gets the... Depends how quick Crewen is to this through screens. The Seekers are there just to confirm it. Crewen spends half the mag trying to break it. Has to put more bullets back into the gun, but now cornered from two different positions. FUT have him caught twofold.
Şey var, smoke var. Atamıyoruz search.
Bitti.
Vuru gelecek sağlı çıkmanız lazım. Vur atacak adamı.
Dim.
İlk
Woman
kontakta.
Default gelin.
Go.
Nade attım
30
adama.
seconds left.
Evet. Stun verdim.
Öldü.
Nice.
Eber olur.
Bir tane sağda
Snipe bir.
Sağda bir
Sağlı
dakika.
boş gel. Umut sendeyim.
Nice.
Gel.
Çille.
Heaven bir.
Heaven biri.
Atlamadı.
kanka.
Kuracağım kapalı.
Arkayı alacağım.
Öldü.
Al.
Kapalı kuruyorum.
Kaan arkayı bana sal.
Ustayım. Heaven'a jiggle atabilecek var mı?
Araba alacağım.
Atıyorum kanka.
Aman Dreven gider.
So BBL find themselves 5 alive in post with both Zeus and Yetujey trying to find their way back in, and that could be the gap that they were looking for. Some players low here, so somewhat doable. And
Info
Yetujey
on 8. That's where the spike is heading. I mean, BBL trying to fake through B at the same time. They're completely split, and Sop has managed to find both players in tower through the smoke. At what point did FUT realise this is an A hit, though?
Yeah, this is a signature in their kick-off playstyle, except this time you're playing against individuals that can match your own. Stop doing that. And time's starting to tick away. BBL are letting the granules fall into the hourglass.
I mean, it's a great supportive smoke here from sociablEE as well to just prop up KROSTALY in backside as the rest of BBL encroach. Sop's caught a little more damage in transition, but KROSTALY can't stand his ground for long enough. Does go to a post plant.
Zeus is the one encroaching from main.
Yeah.
sociablEE needs to be careful in his 1 versus 1.
Because Crewen's managed to sneak all the way up ramp for the time being. Strong off angle for him to take against sociablEE, but it's the fight which he fails to win. BBL on the back foot now, 2 versus 3, back to the wall. Larok at the map. And Loita there from elbow. This duo always so confident to play off one another in a man disadvantage, or maybe even more. Larok down and Loita left behind. Brother to brother. This is exactly what they need. Sop 12 HP. He's still going to win the little set piece. Early aggression here from FUT. Lover's Rock dealing with it, no problem.
Yeah, not accounted for, and Lover's Rock, lovely stuff. Does try to commit with his ultimate there through the razor wires. Doesn't work out.
Little bit of an overheat maybe, especially on a round like this.
Yeah, now there's a rifle in KROSTALY's hands. Spike not committed to anywhere, but his body's walking in towards B, and Zeus finds a gap of his own.
So at this point in the game where FUT have a thought on the back of their minds, BBL just getting in the woodwork all over them. 3 versus 2 here. KROSTALY can still be the difference maker.
Player standing.
Zeus could perhaps win the round. Looking for one. BBL find themselves low on the economy as well as they burst in towards main. And FUT try to run for the hills, but Zeus just tries to stand up, tries to stand the test. That's not what you want here. And ultimate's committed now. BBL have exactly what they want. A little bit of blood for the blood throne.
Yeah, Cosmic Divide gives a pocket from which FUT can play. Actually, yetujey is just going to go ahead and fully disrespect this. Not bad. Kill onto Loita. And FUT think this is a full rotation, but in fact,
Yeah.
BBL are going to re-clear it.
So yetujey,
Poison's off.
the disrespect he showed worked out, but against however many bodies are sitting here, that's where you start to wonder. And Rose, at the same time, begins to work the middle of the map.
Yeah, I mean, it's this mid-rounding that's taking quite a bit of time here for BBL, and as they're eating into that time bank, it's giving more opportunities for FUT to get into position to support yetujey. He's going to be on his lonesome, though. 3 targets in front of him,
30
Garage.
seconds left.
Yeah, looking to hold the smoke, and now with the flash out, manages to swing away from it and does at least come away with 1. So the numbers are somewhat even, but the timing works in favour of BBL to get that spike down. All 3 players are FUT disconnected.
Yeah, quick on the uptake, though, and actually, sociablEE without a TP can't get into this flank without giving away information.
So the information given and the time taken is allowed for Crewen to get that steel garden out. Players have dodged it though, and sociablEE now, he has players to face up against. Larok wins that one, so advantage now towards the post plan, and it continues on that way as BBL look to make it within 3, but not if they can get by KROSTALY.
Last player standing.
What kind of nerves is this kid made of? There shouldn't be any world in which he's able to take timing on timing, but the way he isolates this fight, just off the shoulder of that CT wall is unbelievable. And with Sop finding the only mid player, Zeus is ready for this target-rich environment. Rocket prepared, Larok the one to get dropped by it. Zeus still going, he wants all of these BBL players dead. And very soon, his wish may be granted. Lovers Rock the last left. Sop's already closed the net on him, and there you go.
His foot are posturing in for a fight. Yetujey's just walked through his own orb.
Yeah, he wants more of this, banking some of that util to buy delay, but it's Larok again that makes all of the difference for BBL. Carrying the torch, which Rose will keep alight with one of his own, so all damage is good damage. Sop's ready to fight them here from the Heaven Smoke, just floating around the edge of it. Does catch Larok, knew he was elevated from the Satchel audio cue, but just good for the one right now. 5, the gap between the teams, but and it's going to take them messing up this cycle for things to go awry.
Yeah, stockpile, but that could be the first issue that begins to lead for a BBL comeback as they defumigate the pit, and Crewen even finding Zeus. Where's that come from as the players walk out? They don't clear sociable, but Loita does! KROSTALY's still alive, and that's the real hope in this round. His rifle works sublime. Could he go one step further? It looks like it. 1 to 5.
That's where FUT are right now.
Yeah, but they're walking in towards Crewen's Viper, and already a molly used up, so retreats. And at the same time, a fight through mid. Rose lucky to get that kill on the fadeaway as BBL have firmly announced that B is in their control, and there's no way out for the attackers of FUT.
It's this layered utility as well, with Rose wrapping around through middle. Does
they want to go, but instead it's towards top mid that they
30
move.
seconds left.
The rotators brought back, interested as Sociable nearly gets caught off guard by Crewen.
Yeah, it looks like FUT are going to guess correctly here and make it towards the A site, but Crewen does catch one, and it's all onto Loita in the elbow now.
10 seconds
He knows this. Zeus trying to meet the rotating players from the B side as he's forced further and further back, and they've escaped him. So they just overwhelm KROSTALY. Zeus has to fight back onto the spike. Already being worked on. He's found 2.
No time.
Yep, but that's it. The time working against him. And unfortunately, Low himself, he needs to die. And does. On B main in towards the judge.
Setup looked decent. Can still do a lot of work up close. And as 3 players arrive at the scene, Zeus wastes no time in removing them. Surgical with the aim, and Sop is there just to save him on the final involvement.
That's what damage Crewen can do with his Guardian now.
Spike planted.
I mean, a double stack at either side. Pick your poison.
Third round, Cairo again. It's just map after map, starting in a very similar.
Gravnet and Walsh still in the pocket of the deadlock as the players start to make their way out. BBL are the ones who strike first, but probably not for much longer. Here is just forced. It seems to be now. Larok's operator. Did the drone see? I don't think they did. He's waiting for his time as the players try to get out. Still issues. Sociable working in through Ivy. Still no real gunfights.
Time's running out here for FUT though, they've got to go.
Yeah, and as they do walk into Lover's Rock. And they also walk into the crossfire from Rose. Well set up by BBL, simple in effect. There is still a time. Still a way to work this for FUT. It doesn't work out.
Only Crewen watching out on the B site right now.
I mean, the Molly has at least bought a little bit of time, but not to deny Zeus. I mean, with Lover's Rock retreating, but he could have a challenge here as Sop has moved in towards the CT space. And unfortunately, Sop's the one who wins out.
Yeah, it's just the shift walk round the corner is always going to betray him there. Sop with a crucial kill at this stage in the round. 4 versus 3, and Larok still needs a kill to get that ult online.
And you look, crossfire established. Trying to break this one down. It's actually a really good paranoia. Larok, oh, he's been caught! Yetujey!
Has the ult. Lover's Rock as well. He's not too far away, just on the perimeter of this B site. So there are certainly ways that this can get out of hand. And with FUT being so direct in terms of what their commitment looks like, Just have to see. Smoke replenished, and they're ready for the green light on this one.
They are going to walk out though, and LaRoche went into his util belt at the wrong time. The ultimate used, and unfortunately, well, Lovers Rock's only able to get one.
Nothing there.
And then, I mean, it gets even worse for BBL as they're not able to connect the deadlock one either. Spike in, and FUT can
Spike
wipe the
planted.
sweat off their brow.
Yeah, only invited to front side control here, so nothing deep this time around.
KROSTALY, with the support of Zeus, as the Sheriff spam away and nothing really connecting at this point. An extensive post plant now as 3 players are in main. It's just Zeus here, and this could be a gift, a rifle back in the hands of the defense. And that's where you start to worry a little bit. Trying to spam through the smoke. FUT even use the camera to give things away. Ooh. There's even going to be a Hunter's Fury here. FUT have given a lot to BBL considering what BBL invested, trying to same time, FUT have the utility that they want to refight back through. 1 for 1, and both teams shake the hands and are happy with the top mid fight. All the bodies of BBL here, and LaRoche holding on to utility. A fight through from the other side, and
Spike
BBL
down mid.
excellently done.
I mean, net timing is just perfect from LaRoche, right on the corner.
Nearly
Catches Sop running in.
nearly gives his life
Really
for it.
what
as
you
well.
wanted to actually get past Crewen.
Well, forced the long way round, and
Into
as
the
Lovers Rock
as
who's
well. Face checking this off the shoulder. LaRoche is ready with the net primed too, but Crewen gets caught before he can even throw out that
good
first spit. Rose picking up one in the backside. He's dropped down onto the ult here with 16 points of health, but has to cancel it in the end. Just fully cleared from the corner. FUT so vigilant in their approach. I suppose so. Lovers Rock.
And Lovers Rock on the angle against an outlaw, and you know exactly what's going to...
Seriously difficult position here, but playing up close to his own wall is probably the most safety he'll be able to find.
Zeus is right in the middle of everything. Looking to be the issue. Rose has identified him. Oh, KROSTALY getting his timing. In this moment in time, this could go any which way, but FUT are the ones who take the biggest advantage. Crewen from behind his wall and easily traded out. FUT once again, death ball.
A long time coming to see this one in the VCT. FUT are so quick on this tempo for the A hit.
Yeah, they are. And FUT are just so good at hitting the heads when they need to.
Decimation.
And look at
Maybe
BBL.
not to expectation on the defense, but FUT given just a drop of blood, and they can smell it in the water now. They know where BBL are. They're going to hunt down these last few kills.
Well, the spike has exploded, so 3 seconds left, and unfortunately the kills...
A main'e gelsenize. A main Omen Guardian'ı var beyler, holdluyordur.
Beyler bu buradaysa hala vardır bir tane daha.
Gidin A'ya gidin.
Deadlock'a dikkat.
Ama ne olmayacaksın?
Beyler A'daki orbu muhtemelen almadılar. Orb duruyor. Yetu main'e kadar gidersek orbu alıp
Peki ilk
dönersin.
ben pikleyeyim beyler ölmeyiz.
Ulti tutuyorum ben. Bazı adam görürsek basacağım direkt.
Elindeyim Efe.
Elbow Guardian. Tamam şu orbu alak Yetu'ya.
Ulti yedim lan ben.
Bekle. Tamam bekle.
30
Ulti
seconds left.
basacağız. Elbow'a git beraber çık. Git Elbow'a. Beyler ulti atacaklar. Ulti atacaklar. Şunlara beraber pushlayın. CT holdla. Holdla CT'yi.
Hold.
Holdla pikleyecek. Bekle. Alsana koyun.
Ulti bende.
Vuruyorum. Short bende.
Back in
Short'ta.
flash.
Beraber. Cross kal. Kal böyle. Çok iyi.
Who's now in a position of serious pressure mounting on his
30
head.
seconds
Fantastic paranoia coming out from sociablEE, and KROSTALY's weaved his way out of there into elbow too. Just looking for these jewels, they come towards him and he deals good damage in the process.
FUT at the same time have grouped up as 4, and that advantage is going to be felt when they go for that retake.
I mean, this just feels expertly managed on the FUT side of things.
Spike
And
planted.
BBL looking for a leg to stand on. If you're FUT right now, you're expecting that aggression back through. The question is, where does it come from? 4 players in the alleyway.
Sop with 1 more kill gets his slide back, but I like this proactivity from BBL.
The only thing is, where's the spike planted towards backside? And that's why BBL are going to cancel this. Zeus is on, and with that first tap, it's action stations. They've got to fight back through. LaRoche getting the double and the rest.
The Astralis stack.
Family photo.
Yeah. Hello. Oh, this is actually looking a little bit dangerous. Players low.
Oh,
Foot are put in a brilliant position. A one-on-one. Sociable looking to try and retreat his bandit. Crewen only needs one body shot.
There's the reload queue given away. Sociable closing in.
Anti.
That's a massive emote of Thrifty. And I just, again, like you say, it felt like they were so aware of this BBL, but still,
enemy remains.
foot brawling through.
Show us those adaptations and, well, deal with main pushes like now. But unfortunately, Zeus is not the one to do it. He's not got a lot of damage given away either.
Yeah, it's a lot left hanging in front of his crosshair there. Yetujey's got a full setup to fall back on.
KROSTALY
Support taking its time.
Oh yeah, Yetujey, eyes on first. KROSTALY, he's on a flank, and I mean, realistic, you'd be hoping he'd be the one to support Yetujey with utility. It doesn't come, and it's 5 alive for BBL and post.
Spike
Only
planted.
for a moment. Foot do get one back. That second layer of KROSTALY arriving. You can see Crewen is on it like a car bonnet. Closed case here, Cairo. So BBL back on track in the second half.
Looks to be.
Unless Sociable does anything. Any tingles here?
Nah.
The right spawn, I guess.
Wait, what? The right spot?
The right spawn. It's great information.
Well, the drone, near-sighted, but gets very close. It's Yetujey, though. Not cleared, not fought. And he's got everything he wanted. Neural theft, given everything, all the information. Crewen's at least able to get a couple of his own. And does this get any more worrying for Foot here? No,
Fashion in which they've managed to do it.
Here comes Sop, and once again, Spike down on the ground.
And it's just helpless. Rose is the one there with any meaningful utility to bring him off.
Unfortunately, Zeus, who's been absolutely excellent, lights out, loses his fight. So does Sociable. Sop capitalises with his own ulti, and now he's back to 3-on-3. And, well, BBL go for a hunting mission. This Hunter's Fury, good!
One enemy
And it still
remaining.
ends up somewhat even. And Laroc's down to 5 HP. A 2-on-1 to deny 12. And Laroc's been good.
30
We've seen him
seconds
do it on split on 12. But this is an even bigger task. Goes to try hunt for the next kill, but both players of Foot look to check, turned their back at the wrong moment.
No way. Oh, and so Larok is hanging in there by a thread. Nothing more, nothing less. Trap up in B main. Yetujey should know that he hasn't moved up to this position just yet. And Larok himself has a sensor to play off. Wants to go aggressive, this is his win condition.
Has the net, 3 seconds up. Both players, though, heading his way. He can hear the steps.
Throwing next.
And it does connect, but he's looking to play for time. Looking not to play for the fight. Doesn't connect.
One enemy remains.
Oh, brings it to a 1-on-1. But KROSTALY, that's who you're up against. And we know what he's like with his rifle. Confirms exactly where Laroc's position is!
One enemy.
Felt like he'd missed his opportunity after this first duel, but Foot looking out of place here.
Yetujey right here, right now.
Yeah, does have the support of KROSTALY though arriving. Lobbed the dart early in A, and now he's here to aid his teammate Larok, the front man with the ultimate. And KROSTALY tries his might, isn't going to be able to stop Yetujey from going, but he can certainly make sure that death wasn't in vain. Couple kills won't suffice, and so Sociable is the one relied upon now.
Spike planted.
Free kill, surely.
One enemy
Yeah, and
remaining.
it is 1-on-1 once again. And you are against Loita.
And so the next of a long list of capable BBL players is thrown into the ring.
It is Omen versus Omen, and Sociable does have his smoke.
TP to cross the line if he can identify where Loita is playing from. How many times have we said that BBL were reliant upon here? It's just KROSTALY's rifle to get you excited. He's on the right side of the map though. And actually, he's going to manage to pick up a couple. That's the spike dropped. KROSTALY surely not anymore from this position. Finally, he is routed out, but not before Sop's done plenty of damage. He doesn't know where to put his hands. He's finally got them on a gun though. And with that Guardian reloaded, Foot's still going. Not another one of these weird rounds.
In a clutch, the spike in.
And so for BBL, it's got to be back to back in the clutch. Loita, the previous one to do so. He's holding an aggressive stance here. Sociable, skewered on that initial fight. Smoke drop right on him, but he wants to play from the edge of this. Just
This BBL are very quick on this one. Sight set on B, and Zeus unluckily caught out on the relay bolt. Still alive though, and nearly puts that one into a winnable position. Ultimate sent here, there and everywhere. Still 4 on 4, and well, Sheriff's in the mix here for BBL, which is unlucky.
pick gonna go through from Crewen. This is all that stands between BBL and staying in the derby. A full retake from FUT backside, and there is support here. It's Loita and Larok again.
Yeah, but this Viper's
They've
pit
given it up.
is where BBL could make their final stand. Everyone called to play off of one another. And you're hoping surely that nobody gives anything silly away. There's no way that you can defumigate this pit. It should be protect the president, and FUT have already managed to do the business. Although it's left up to Sociable. Loita and Crewen not giving anything away. Tap of the spike, and I mean, Sociable's held ticks away, as does the still this Cypher utility alive
traps.
and well. I mean, Rose is only good for one of these traps with his utility, and it's the one at the very beginning. They try to fight towards
30
backspace.
seconds left.
Lovely rock though, finds KROSTALY. That one was easy. And the commitment, Shop's got one of his own. Misses the second chance, and it looked like that was the easier one. But yetujey, once again, looking to make this a FUT round. Although, Loita
He can
gets his
out there.
ultimate, and he's going to put himself in
10 seconds
another
left.
clutchable position.
How much can Crewen do? Enough! He finds Sop, and with that, it's all on Sociable.
How many times have we seen him in positions like this? A 1vx.
Oh, Crewen.
enemy
Not
remaining.
like this in this derby. But with money hanging in the balance, it has to be now for FUT.
Paranoia, but do you want to dip into your pockets? Sociable playing within the smoke.
BBL have taken their sweet time to arrive on the doorstep.
Sociable's paranoia looking to be the one that gives Sop his chance, and well, here we go indeed, but it's BBL who have struck first, BBL who are in the perfect spot to try and win this round. Denial though of
Hesitation.
and that's the big word right now.
Just a bit of a disconnect in that follow-up from
seconds
BBL,
left.
and again, it's going to be such a restricted post-plant. Nobody near the ult. Rose and Larok 2 away, but it's too many.
Yeah, they've tried to fight towards backside, and FUT have punished them. They've waited for Zeus to come in, so it's up to Larok. First headshot clean.
Oh.
You thought there was a chance, but there is no chance. FUT will win the Turkish derby in 2026. They finally have their bragging rights back.
The first of the year, and they waste no time. yetujey letting BBL know. Forced to wait for over a year to find himself in this position again. But since leveling up in London, the team from Santiago sent down a peg this time, a 3-1.